Well, my name is Michael Sucher. I'm an addiction medicine physician. I am board certified by the American Board of Addiction Medicine. I've been practicing in this field for over 20 years now. Most of my work is centered around health professionals and other professionals and executives who have or may have substance use disorders. And I help in assessing, referring to treatment, and monitoring individuals after treatment to assure whoever might have an appropriate interest in them that they are sober and in recovery and safe to do whatever it is they do for a living. Sometimes this also involves child custody and also involves the justice system as well. And I think addiction is one of those illnesses that we are just learning an amazing amount about, and that it's also probably the most treatable of chronic illnesses, that you can have an outcome that in many ways can be better than what you might have had you not had this problem and dealt with it. And there's not many chronic illnesses such as cancer or heart disease or diabetes that you can make that kind of statement about. And individuals who are high functioning and who have high levels of responsibility and who are in safety sensitive occupations, have a duty to the public that they serve to be safe and to be healthy enough to perform their jobs with appropriate skill and safety. And for me to be able to help them understand and learn about their illness, get them the help that they need, and then help assure parties that are interested that they are safe and that they are doing well is a real privilege, frankly. Well, interestingly enough, for so many years, addiction was really not looked at as a medical illness. I have always believed that it's a medical illness and that it's a chronic medical illness, that it has signs and symptoms, that you can diagnose this disease, and there are certain testing modalities to help tell you what's really going on with a particular patient. And probably the most important and most objective testing we do is drug testing. And U.S. drug testing laboratories, in our minds, is the premier laboratory in the country for doing the specialized type of testing that we have to do on individuals such as physicians and dentists and other types of high-functioning professionals. If you look at the Department of Transportation and kind of the typical drug testing programs for long-haul truckers, airline personnel, those sorts of individuals, the testing is typically for a very narrow group of drugs. We have patients who literally have access to everything, legal and illegal, in unlimited quantities. And to do top-level drug testing requires a partner such as USDTL who understands our needs and understands the type of situations our patients get into. So USDTL has been really at the forefront of hair testing, nail testing, testing for alcohol metabolites, testing for synthetic narcotics and sedatives that most labs just don't have the ability to, or even the interest in developing those type of tests, because the market for that kind of type of testing is much more narrow than the broader testing world for like the Department of Transportation and typical employers. And so they really are leading the way in terms of markers for alcohol use. Alcohol is our probably biggest risk of relapse drug, regardless of what drug the patient was really using that got them into trouble, because it's legal, it's widely available, it's inexpensive, and it is rapidly eliminated from the body. So the ability to test for metabolites of alcohol in urine that can pick up alcohol metabolites for 2 or 3 days, whereas a typical blood or urine alcohol test is hours in terms of level of duration of detection. The ability to test for those things in hair and fingernails and toenails gives us a much longer window for significant use. There is the phosphatidyl ethanol blood test, which allows us to have a high degree of accuracy and comfort that we can look back up to 3 weeks So it's this type of cutting-edge leadership that makes USDTL a perfect partner for us, and I really believe the laboratory of choice for particularly the populations that we and other individuals like our type of practice serve. Well, I think, number one, that the work we do and that others like us do around the country is highly important. That it's critical to have a forward-thinking, competent lab partner, because we can't do this without a drug testing lab that really is quality, reliable, has toxicology backup that can help us and back us up. That makes it critical. The other thing is that the highest risk group in medicine is anesthesiology. And anesthesiologists have a notoriously high rate of addiction and substance abuse issues, that they are particularly prone to abusing operating room drugs such as fentanyl, sufentanil, propofol, Versed, drugs that are highly potent and that have a short duration of action. And so the fact that we have partnered with USDTL to go forward and work with anesthesia groups and hospitals to do proactive testing programs for operating room drugs to help identify and treat issues before they become a problem that causes harm to the physician or any of their patients or the institutions that they work in. And I think that it's that type of thinking and those types of programs that are proactive and forward-thinking rather than reactive and directly waiting till something bad happens, to be out there ahead of the curve is truly unique. And I think that it is the wave of the future. We did meet with the Medical Board of California recently. The executive director of the Medical Board was thrilled that somebody was thinking proactively. She was extremely interested. We are working with large anesthesia groups who have found this to be very helpful as a tool for, number one, keeping their physicians safe, number two, keeping their patients safe, and three, enhancing their business opportunities, because this is a real risk, particularly in that specialty. And I think without a partner like USDTL, doing something like this would not be possible. And this is, of course, just the beginning. I think much more will be coming as we continue to look at other ways to serve patients, to serve professionals, and to serve other clients.